What's up, everybody? How are you? Guys, half of January is already gone. Like, where did it go? This new year, this new decade that we're in is like speeding by. So I'm so happy you joined me today. I'm getting ready for game day because you guys know the Super Bowl is coming, those gatherings where you have people over and you want to put out some delicious food. It's coming. And guys, we're all going to be doing the New Year, New You challenge. So we need some healthy options. And really, we're in the infinite game of fitness. So we always want to eat healthy. So guys, today we are making, these are boneless chicken wings. And I was like, I should give them some options. A lot of people like buffalo, but I don't know your taste. So I made 6 different flavors for our boneless chicken wings. Guys, we are gonna make this in the air fryer, and I'm also gonna show you how to make it in the oven. Either method works. I prefer the air fryer though. And this is so much healthier than the wings that you would get from the wing stop down the street or at the store. And the main reason that this is so much healthier to make it yourself, the number one reason is because we are not gonna fry it. You know, when you go and you order it at a restaurant and it comes with all the sauce on it, guys, it's fried. And so you've got all that saturated fat. You've got so many more calories that you're taking in for that meal than you would if you did it this way. So we are gonna either air fry it, which is a super awesome method where it just uses hot air instead of hot oil, which is a great concept, and it really works, makes it nice and crispy. Or you can put it on a pan and you can stick it in your oven. And we're gonna bake it at 375 and then broil it. So again, it's nice and crunchy. I'm gonna get into the recipe on exactly how we are taking these gluten-free, really healthy ingredients and making an awesome boneless wing that just tastes like you got it at a restaurant. So the sauces that we're gonna get into in a little bit, I had a lot of fun. I actually came up with these this morning, and every one is different and unique and has just great flavor, but we're only using wholesome ingredients, things that you have in your pantry, fresh ingredients, and there aren't preservatives in the sauces that we're making. So that's the big reason that making a sauce at home is healthier. Number one, there aren't all those preservatives in the sauce that you get like at the restaurant or the store. And then number two, there's way less sugar. So guys, this whole thing made the way we're gonna do it, way less saturated fat, so it's lower in calories, and then way less sugar and less preservatives. So it's just healthier. And as you will find when you hopefully make it, it tastes way better. So I'm excited to get into this recipe and to show you how to make this. And at the end, I actually have 3 very special taste testers here that I'm gonna call up so that they can taste it. Because don't take my word for it, I made this stuff up. Let's have some real taste testers come. I'm gonna have them taste every single one of our 6 flavors. So that's gonna be really fun at the end here. Before we get started, I have to let you know that today is the last day to sign up for the New Year, New You challenge. It starts on Monday, January 20th, guys. And it's so interesting that our challenge starts on January 20th because January 19th, which is Sunday, is actually National Quitters Day. You might wonder to yourself, what in the world is she talking about? National Quitters Day. Well, most people start the new year with resolutions. And sadly, by the 19th of January, 89% of people have already given up on their resolutions, guys. And honestly, it makes me sad to think about it. But what's so cool is when you join the New Year, New You challenge on January 20th, the day after Quitters Day, you start your 8 weeks with FitBody. You're working out. You're eating healthy. We've got the nutrition plan for you. We've got the motivation. We've got the support. And guys, in 8 weeks, you transform your body, which transforms your life and really just makes 2020 the best year yet for you and gets you on the infinite game of fitness. So guys, go to fitbodybootcamp.com and this is your last chance. Guys, last chance to join our challenge. We are putting up some really cool prizes. There's $100,000 in cash prizes, and then we're giving away a ton of other prizes in like supplements and different cool things for those of you that really, really do well. But for every single one of you that does the 8-week challenge, you are all going to come out a winner because you are going to lose the weight. You're just going to get into the rhythm of fitness. You're going to feel so good. So fitbodybootcamp.com. Please join us for the 8-week New Year, New You challenge. I want to get into this recipe, and I know my taste testers are dying to get in here and to taste these different flavors of our boneless chicken wings. Okay, so like I said, you can either use an air fryer, which if you have an air fryer, I feel like this is the classic recipe that air fryers were made for because it really gives you a crunchy, crispy, like it feels like it was fried in oil, but it's fried in hot air. So that's pretty cool. Or just a regular pan, and you're going to put your oven to 375, and at the end we're just going to turn it to a broil, and it will also get crispy. I did taste both this morning, and I have to say the air fryer is a little crunchier, a little crispier, feels more like it's fried. So definitely pull out your air fryer if you have one. I'm using boneless, skinless chicken breast. So it's about as healthy as a protein as we can start with. And I trimmed it all away, and I cut it into 2-inch pieces. So we're going to start with that. I used 1.5 pounds. So for the measurements of the coatings that I have, 1.5 pounds of chicken. If you're going to have people over, or if you have a big family, or honestly, I'm just thinking I have 2 teenagers at home, I would probably double this recipe. Because when you go through the effort to do this, you might as well end up with a whole bunch. So depends on how many people you're trying to feed, but I would recommend doubling the recipe if you need to. Okay, guys, so we have 3 bowls because once you have cut your chicken into the little 2-inch pieces, we are going to dip it into 3 different bowls before we put it on our pan or put it in our air fryer cage here. So the first bowl is what is going to be called our flour mixture. So we're going to start with almond flour. There's 1/4 cup of almond flour. And I always get the question, can I use coconut flour? And guys, almond flour and coconut flour, you cannot swap them out one for one. So if we did 1/4 cup of almond flour, I would do about a tablespoon of coconut flour. You always use less coconut flour because it absorbs so much liquid. So something to think about. You could definitely use it, but just use less of it. And then we have a tablespoon of arrowroot starch. So this bowl, the point of this bowl is to be like a flour mixture that we're going to put on the chicken first. And then I have a spice mixture. So it's 2 teaspoons of sea salt, 1/2 teaspoon of paprika. And you know I love sweet paprika, but smoked would also taste really good, smoked paprika. 1/4 teaspoon of black pepper, 1/4 teaspoon of cayenne pepper. All of this stuff is kind of spicy, guys. And then 1/4 teaspoon of garlic powder. So I've mixed these all together, and we are just going to add this in to our almond flour and our arrowroot starch. And we are going to mix this up. Are we good on audio? Everybody can hear me? Oh, guys, I have not posted this recipe yet. I'm going to be honest, I came up with all of this morning, so I had a very fun, creative morning. But I will be posting it with each of the recipes for all the 6 sauces, because no matter what flavor you go with, you still start with this process of making the wings, and then once the wings are all cooked and crispy, then you mix it with your desired sauce. Or if you're crazy like me, your 6 sauces. So I will post that today, and then I'll just put it in as a comment under this video, and it will be on realhealthyrecipes.com, where there are quite a few other recipes that you could enjoy. Okay, so the second bowl is going to be a liquid bowl. This is the ingredients that we need to add some moisture as we go from our flour. We need to get it kind of sticky so that once we get into our crispy coating, it sticks together. So I just did 1/2 cup of almond milk. Guys, you can use any kind of milk that you want. You can use regular milk, you can use coconut milk. I just chose almond milk today because I had that. 1 egg white. And then I am adding, this is kind of a fun ingredient, I am adding 1 tablespoon of vodka because this is really going to kind of help add to that crispiness. I don't know the science behind it. I'm sure it's out there. But when you add just a touch of vodka to it, it ends up with something that tastes more authentic. So if you don't want to use vodka, you don't have to. You could do probably a tablespoon of apple cider vinegar would work probably almost just as well. Okay, so we're gonna whisk this together. We really want to incorporate the egg whites into the milk and get the vodka all mixed in. All right, so our third bowl, guys, this is a full box of these crackers. These are nut thins, so it's actually, they're gluten-free, they're grain-free, they're made with almonds, and I just stuck the whole, everything from the box into the food processor, processed it down so that it's basically, it's almost like breadcrumbs, like those panko breadcrumbs is exactly what it feels like. So you pulse it until it's nice and fine. Guys, if you don't want to get crackers, because I know there is an added expense to getting crackers and processing that down as opposed to just using like an almond flour or almond meal, you definitely could just fill this bowl with almond meal. Just know it's not going to be as crispy and crunchy at the end. So you would be sacrificing some texture, although it would work. If you were going to do that, if you wanted to avoid getting the crackers, I would probably add in a little bit of nutritional yeast just to give it a little more texture, a little more flavor. But guys, if you don't mind doing the extra mile and just getting a box of these almond crackers, there's other ones too. There's like Mary's Gone crackers is another seed-based cracker that would be really good. I've used that in my chicken nuggets recipe before. So any like gluten-free crackers, if you're willing to do that, grind it down. It's going to make your end product just feel more authentic. Okay, so now we get into the fun part, which is we're taking our chicken and we are going to basically dress it up with our 3 different bowls. And then we are going to put it either in your air fryer little container here or on your pan. And there should be enough for us to actually fill both. I kind of like to do this in a batch process way. You really don't want to like get the flour into the next bowl and things. So I usually just coat all of the chicken first with the flour. This is kind of the easiest step. And this is fun. If you have kids, I always delegate to my daughter, Chloe. It's like, okay, Chloe, wash your hands. You're going to help me out here. And like I said, if you feel like you have enough people coming over or if you have hungry kids at home, I fully recommend making a ton of these. You could even, once you cook the wings before you put the sauce on it, if you want to stick them like in a big Ziploc bag and put them in the freezer, you could do that and save them for later. Take them out, stick them under the high broil for a few minutes, and then add sauce. That's something that you could do if you want to make an extra batch and then save some for another time. Because while I don't follow sports, I feel like there's multiple game days. I know there's like the big game day, but then there's like other game days. So you can make them all at one time and be prepared. Okay, guys, so we have coated our chicken. This is a little messy, getting a little messy here. We've coated our chicken in the flour mixture, and so now we have to get it wet. So I'm going to do them 2 at a time, and then you're going to lay them on top of the cracker mixture. You really don't want to drip into the cracker mixture because, again, we're going for texture. We really want it to be crunchy and crispy, so we just want to get the chicken wet and sticky enough. It gets sticky because the flour mixture. So if you recall, we put arrowroot starch. And so arrowroot starch, when you get it wet, gets nice and sticky. And so you can see how we have like a perfectly coated piece of chicken here. So I laid it on top of the crackers, and now I'm just covering the top with a fork, just putting it over. And then when you put it into your air fryer cage, just don't let them touch. I would space them apart a little bit so they're not touching. Perfect. yeah, so this is the fun part here. All right. Who's in the Super Bowl this year? Do we know?
No, we don't know yet.
We don't know yet? What are the options?
Niners.
Who's still in the running?
Kansas City.
Okay.
The Titans.
Are the Seahawks still in the running or no?
No.
The
Packers beat them last week.
Okay. Well, hopefully you guys out there are excited about the teams that are still in the running. Do we have any football fans in the room? Who are you?
I want the Niners to win.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Tyler wants the Niners to win, guys. All right. So I have my taste testers, and I figure while I am dressing up these pieces of chicken here, I can have my taste testers come and walk us through really the flavor profiles that we have going on with our 6 different sauces. So let me walk you through the sauces. So first we have a traditional buffalo. I'm going to tell you actually what's in it. And guys, I made all of these this morning. None of them are very complicated to make. Some of them are easier than others. So the buffalo sauce, I just mixed hot sauce with some melted coconut oil just to give it a little bit of richness. So that's the classic buffalo. Then we have a honey barbecue, which is one of my favorites. So the honey barbecue, you do start with a bottle of barbecue sauce. A few weeks ago, we used this in one of our lives, the Primal Kitchen barbecue sauce. It has no sweeteners added. It's a very wholesome, low in sugar. And then I added some honey and a pinch of red pepper flakes. So these 2 are really easy to make. Moving on, we have the Parmesan Garlic, which if you're a fan of garlic and like creaminess, this one is awesome. You start out with 6 cloves of garlic. You put it in a little ramekin. And again, I'm going to post all this for you so you don't have to remember it. I will make it very easy. So you put 6 cloves of garlic in a little ramekin and a tablespoon of olive oil. Cover it with foil and you stick it in the oven at 350 for about 30 minutes. So as you can imagine, the house just smells like garlic. It gets all soft and delicious. And then you mix it in with a mixture of, it's Greek yogurt, there's fresh herbs like fresh thyme, fresh oregano, fresh basil. There is some Parmesan, it's like 2 tablespoons of Parmesan. There's lemon juice and apple cider vinegar. Some really good stuff going on in there. And it just gives you this really satisfying creaminess. Moving on to the spicy garlic. This was another pretty easy one. I did do this over in a saucepan. So it was, again, we started with hot sauce, and then I added in some coconut oil and some coconut sugar to give it a little bit of sweetness, of course, without making it super high in sugar. Like the sauces that you will get at a restaurant or at the store is going to be way higher in refined sugar. So we're using some coconut sugar to sweeten. And then we also put obviously garlic. So we did it in the form of garlic powder, and then some cayenne pepper, some black pepper. So this is a fairly simple one as well. The sticky Asian is my favorite one. So this one has quite a bit of stuff in it, and I also did this in a saucepan. It's got oyster sauce, it's got ketchup, it has marmalade. So this is a very interesting array of ingredients. There's some Dijon mustard. I love it when a sauce has all these weird things, but then when you put it all together, it tastes really good. It's got some honey. It has chili garlic sauce. And then for our sticky Asian, I put some sesame seeds and some green onions just to give it like a little pizzazz at the end. And then here we have our Thai sauce. Now this one starts with fish sauce, and so it has this very distinct flavor. I'm curious to see what my taste testers think about the Thai sauce. You might need a palate for it, but it actually is pretty good. There's olive oil, there's crushed garlic. So I started out by sauteing garlic and olive oil, and then some fresh jalapeno, and then we added in, again, some coconut sugar. So we're giving our sauce that pleasing sweetness without refined sugar. We have chicken broth. So this one started pretty liquidy, and then we had to like reduce it down and add a little bit of arrowroot starch. So, okay, my taste testers, I would love, so Stephanie, Tyler, and Jesse are going to come and join me. This is Stephanie.
Hi, everyone.
And Stephanie works for Truline, so some of you may have communicated with her. And this is Ty, who also works for Truline, and Jesse. We are, in case I didn't mention, we are at the Fit Body Bootcamp World Headquarters in the studio here. So that's why all of these amazing people work for either Fit Body Bootcamp or Truline. So we are going to come this way. All right, guys. I am curious. I'm going to go back to making my little things here, but I would like your guys' opinion on these.
Okay.
Whichever one you want.
I'm going to try to figure out. This one looks like the sticky Asian.
Pretend like you're at a Superbowl party.
Okay.
Well, I want the Niners to win, so.
Okay, perfect.
Well, I'm not rooting for anybody because the Steelers are out, so.
All right, we got 2 sticky Asians going on here.
That one is
Bomb.
amazing.
That's
This
my
is really
favorite
good.
too, guys. Sticky Asian.
And then,
I really like the Parmesan.
Steph has the Parmesan Garlic.
now, question.
Yeah.
This has a sauce on the side.
Yes.
Is this any, because I know a lot of people like to use like ranch and blue
Yes.
cheese.
Yes.
So.
So I have a Lazy Man's ranch that I have, realhealthyrecipes.com. If you search up ranch dressing, I have that recipe there for you guys. And I actually, it's dairy free. I use coconut milk and some different coconut products
Yep.
and like fresh herbs and things.
Should I dip it?
You
or-
can,
I'm
but
gonna
I mean,
try it.
I want the opinion of
Which
the
one's this?
sauce. Okay, so that's either buffalo or spicy garlic.
The sticky Asian's really good. It has like a tang, like a citrus. It's kind of like an orange chicken mixed with a little kick.
That's the
So,
marmalade.
yeah,
What's
it's
the
really
one
good.
with the fish oil in
This one is. I
That
got the
one.
Thai.
That's the Thai, yeah.
And it does. It's really good though.
You like it?
It definitely does have a distinct flavor, and you can taste the fish oil in there. But if you like that flavor, like,
Yeah.
it's really good. So
This is so fun having, like, guys, now you know what to make. So far, it seems like Thai was pretty high up there. Sticky
Thai,
Asian.
Taste the fish.
You taste the fish.
It's
That's
good.
That
It's
was
good.
mine. Like, I don't know if I would make that one because the fish sauce isn't my favorite, but I know a lot of people really have a palate for it and like it.
I love buffalo sauce.
I love buffalo.
Yeah.
It's like my
Same.
go-to.
Buffalo sauce with like a chicken and blue cheese on a salad. It's
And
really
it's
good.
crazy, guys, because the buffalo one is the easiest. You're just taking hot sauce and you're mixing it with a little bit of coconut oil. It's so easy.
It tastes exactly like buffalo sauce.
There we
It's
go.
Really good.
There we go.
Yeah,
Awesome.
Even though they have a coating, they're really crunchy. So,
Yes.
So they're really good.
See, guys? And these ones that you guys are eating, I actually did do in the air fryer. I
Okay.
think it does make a difference. So again, if you have an air fryer, pull it out.
All right.
Yeah,
The
Ty likes
garlic.
all of them.
Hey Diana,
Yeah.
Stacy says sticky Asian sounds great and so different. I bet you can make it a salad dressing with it, thin it out with a little vinegar and water.
That's true. That's a really good point, Stacy. Like a lot of these sauces, once you get into the flavors, you can repurpose it for many other recipes. Like you said, a salad dressing, or just even marinating chicken that you're gonna put on the grill, or put over cooked chicken. There's like, yeah, I'm definitely gonna make a lot of these sauces again.
I have my favorite.
Okay, what's Jesse's favorite?
My favorite is the garlic, the Parmesan
Oh,
garlic.
Parmesan garlic.
It was
That one's really
the
good.
sticky Asian is a close second,
Okay.
but that one like captured my taste buds.
Nice.
Like, so that's my favorite.
What was the one with
Alright,
the
Ty.
sesame seeds on it?
That was the
sticky.
the sticky Asian.
That
Yeah.
was my favorite.
That's my favorite too.
It's a little spicy.
Yeah.
But it's like a good
Yeah.
spice.
Yeah, almost all of them have some kind of spice, whether it be cayenne pepper or red pepper flakes in them, or hot sauce. So there's definitely spice going on.
All right, well I'm gonna take the rest of these with me.
Okay, we need to know what's
Oh,
Steph's
yeah.
favorite.
So I love buffalo. so
Okay.
that's always
Like
my
the
default.
classic.
But I feel like Parmesan garlic wings are usually dry, but
Yeah.
this has like it's a lot. You can taste the garlic, you can taste
Really good
Parmesan.
flavor.
So I think I'm gonna go with Parmesan.
Yay! Awesome. Well, thank you, my wonderful taste testers.
Thank you.
So, guys, hopefully that's live feedback for you. You guys can, as you go into making this for your Super Bowl party, or just make it for fun because it's really good. Okay, guys, so I want to tell you about the cook time. So, in the air fryer, it's so easy, guys, to program this. You're going to set it at 380 degrees Fahrenheit. You're going to do it for 12 minutes and then pull it out and just shake it so that everything kind of moves around, because it's going to have a tendency to want to stick if you don't shake it halfway through. Stick it back in 12 more minutes at 380 degrees, and then you're going to put the temperature up to 400, and cook it for 6 final minutes, and then you're gonna pull it out. It's gonna be perfect. And then for the oven, and again, I'll show you guys. So to put it in the oven, we've got a parchment paper on just a cookie sheet. Again, just like in the air fryer, you're just gonna space them out on the pan. And you do not need to shake it or move it in the oven. So it's gonna be 375. You're gonna put it in there for 15 to 20 minutes, just kind of depending on how big you made your pieces. I kind of leaned towards bigger pieces, so I cooked it for 20 minutes and then change it to the high broil and leave it in for another 2 to 4 minutes. I did it for 2 minutes and I looked at them, I'm like, they don't look golden enough. So I did for like another minute and a half. And this is where you really have to watch it, because if you walk away, like in 2 minutes, they could all be burned. So you got to be careful with the broil. It's kind of another reason why the air fryer is a little bit easier. Guys, I hope you make this recipe. I'm going to post it up today. I will give you the link. It will be the top recipe on realhealthyrecipes.com if you just want to go to my site later. Please join us for the New Year, New You challenge. And I will see you here next Thursday. We will be in full challenge mode. We are going to make something healthy that's going to go with your meal plan. It's going to make you feel wonderful as you just take on 2020. Thank you so much, guys. I will see you next week. Bye.